Hi guys, welcome to the Hillhead Caravan and Motorhome Club site tour. I'm going to do a tour of the site. Here I have the map that we were given when we first arrived, just to show you the general layout before I walk around so you have a rough idea. So this orange pen shows where the video is going to take you. So I'm going to start at the entrance and walk all around just the big main loop. There are lots and lots of different roads that come off to a dead end into different pitches. I will look down them as I walk around, but I'm going to stick to the orange route. There's also a lot at the top here, but I'm not going in there at all because it's just dead ends. It was easier to do a loop. I'm walking by foot, so sorry about the shakiness. It was just easier to kind of walk the main roadway. So in total, there are 7 service points dotted throughout the site. 2 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. One up here by the toilet. So there's 2 toilet blocks, 1 there and 1 there. Over here we have the swimming pool, the shop, arcade, restaurant and bar, all in that building there, and the reception is here. One other thing I really liked about this site in particular, because we have dogs, they had a really good dog walking area here. It was secure and fenced off, so you could let your dogs off and not worry. They also had the games field. I think they had some football posts and you can just go and run around and play football or whatever the kids want to do, which was also really great. So, what else can I tell you? We were here, we were on pitch 196. We had a really nice view across the valley. No one was in front of us, so we could see it. If someone was parked in front, then our view wouldn't have been so great. But yeah, I think that's it. I'll get on with the tour. I hope it helps you. Overall, our view of the campsite was pretty good, but we've only got one other site to compare it to because we've only been to Longleat and Hillhead. So I'm kind of comparing it to that as well, I suppose. Yeah, that's it guys. Hope you enjoy. Welcome to this site tour of Hillhead Caravan and Motorhome Club. This is the entrance. And that's the main road leading into the entrance of the campsite. I am walking around this campsite by foot, so it does go on for a while. It's a bit shaky, so I'm sorry about that, but please bear with me. On the right there where it says no entry, that's the exit where you come out, and then on the left is where you drive around as you come into the campsite. You have seen a little bit of this on my previous video when we arrived, just showing there's plenty of room. I will leave a link down below to that other video if you want to see what the access to this is like. And straight ahead there, as you can see, there's a little lane sort of to the left. That's if you are a late arrival, late at night, there's somewhere for you to go up there until the morning when the reception is open. But under normal hours, we just drive around here and the reception will be right in front of us. And there's the reception. Now this is a dog friendly site also. We took our 2 dogs with us and there were lots of other dogs around. So here, as I've shown you on my map previously, so we're going to go to the left and we're going to walk around the big loop and I'm going to show you things along the way. So as you can see on the right, that is the toilet block, men's and women's. It also has family bathrooms, which was brilliant. It's got a service point there also and a washing up room. And a laundry room actually inside. We didn't use that, but I did see it was there. On the left, that's the bit that leads up round the back. And there's lots of other pictures up there. And then down to the right, these are the lots of little roads I was talking about, that sort of the dead ends, but there's lots of pictures in there. Some are really nice. There's some really nice grass pictures here actually with the lovely views and seem quite private, but they all seemed really nice. Our overall view of this was really good. We did enjoy it. I would go back there, but I think we've seen all the sites that we wanted to see and I don't know why we would go back, but overall it was good. So to the left here is another big road that leads up to the, the big bit at the back that I've shown you, but I don't go up there. And then there's the children's play park, and there's another service point there where you can get your water, empty the bins, toilet, etc. There we are. There's plenty of these service points about, all quite close to wherever you seem to be. So this is the playground. On the left there's swings, a slide, play activity things, normal playground. Then to the right we have a big playing field. It has a football goalposts and you can play whatever you like in there, and a huge field. We didn't even make it down to the bottom. But what I really like is what is in front of me here, the dog area. It's fenced off securely so your dogs can't get out, and you can go in there and let them off and they can run about and they're not going to escape, and is separate from the children. They can't get to anywhere. That was really good. I enjoyed taking the dogs down there. And generally people were very good at picking up their dog mess. Did find a couple, so it kind of, you always get people that don't pick them up, but there we are. And there was a lovely view there. I don't think the camera does it justice. There's some really nice views around. Not just of the sea, of course the sea is lovely, but there was a nice view down into the valleys as well. It was lovely. So I'm coming out of the park. I'm going to turn left and carry on the loop around. I hope this gives you ideas of, what it's like, what the pitches are like. There are fully serviced pitches, that's what we had, or there's just a grass pitch with your electric hookup. Lots of different options. That's the lane that cuts through the middle. Those were the grass pitches I really liked down there. And then I think these along the top here, these had the best sea view. You can kind of see it in front, but as I say, the camera doesn't do it justice. But these were called the sort of sea view pitches. So lovely views. And it's about 6:30 in the morning. I got up really early to do this because I didn't want a lot of people around. I thought I could walk around. I was going to talk as I did the video, but it didn't kind of work out like that. So I'm doing a voiceover, but yeah, it's nice and early. I like the light mornings. It's lovely camping where there's light mornings and evenings. It was just lovely. And that lovely sea in the background. I also really liked that there were lights dotted around. So at night time there was lots of lights clearly marking out the path, which I just generally found quite helpful, really, and I noticed them more here. Even though it's lighter evenings and mornings, they did stand out to me. So as we go down here, on the left side there's sort of pitches that are hedged off, different hedges, and I think they were more for sort of people with tents and stuff like that. There's the other toilet block. We didn't go past it because it's kind of in the middle. But same again as before, and both toilet blocks were open, which was great, but we did only use the one. And also a lot of these pitches are empty because it's the Easter holidays. We were expecting it to be full, really. We were surprised at how many pitches were free. I think it did get busy over the Easter weekend. We left on the Good Friday. A lot of people were arriving, so I think it did get busier. So these pictures on the left are for tents, and then you've got these lovely pictures like that big grass one there. That would have been lovely if we could have had one of those, and the kids could have run around in front of me and I wouldn't have had to worry about a road like I did where we were. You'll see in a minute because we'll go past our van so you can see where we are. But again, lovely views all around. Cannot complain about the views. It was very noisy compared to Longleat because that's the only other site we've been to. I noticed it was noisy. There was a lot of people about, a lot of people walking past the tent, setting the dogs off, barking. We didn't have any of that at Longleat, and Longleat was completely packed because it was over New Year. So I'm not sure why this was, whether it was just this site. We were unlucky, there was just lots of children about, I'm not sure, but it was very noisy, sort of in the evenings when you're trying to sleep as well.
Now this down here, I'm taking you down here because this was my favourite spot. There was kind of a little hole in the hedge and you just had a really, really lovely view of the sea and the hills. It was really nice. I mean, the sea kind of looks like the sky, but this was my favourite view. I really liked walking the dog down here and having a look. So if you have this pitch on the end, well, brilliant. And another service point there. They're dotted around all over the place, quite a few of them, which is really great. But because we were on a fully serviced pitch, the only thing we needed to do was empty the toilet and take the rubbish to the bin, so we didn't really need to use them that much as normal. So that road can take you up to the second toilet block up there. And this road is the one that goes all the way along the bottom on my map. So this is the road that our caravan is on, so we'll be coming up to that shortly. As you can just see there on the left is one of the lights, one of the many lights dotted about. And there is just showing you the view really, down into the valley. Yeah, there we are, the light. The camera seems to pick it up so you notice it more, but they were dotted all around the site, which I found great actually. But yes, all these lovely empty pitches all the way along. So this road on the right, it just cuts up through the middle of the campsite. It's quicker to get to the toilet block by walking up there. Also, they did say to us, don't bring your caravan down here while you're towing it, because it's very difficult to turn at the bottom onto the road. So we didn't go down there with the van, we went all the way around where I've just walked. There's another service point, that's the one we used, the closest one to us. And that's our caravan there on the right. You can see the van and the awning. There's also some steps there. That sort of is another shortcut that goes up to the toilet block. But there's our van. We had to have a cone outside because we stuck out a bit too far. We could have moved it back further, but the wardens were quite happy where it was. They just wanted to put the cone out in front. It makes me realise how big our van actually is. Okay, and then we turn up here. Straight ahead is the swimming pool and the restaurant, bar, arcade and the shop. So the swimming pool is, it was closed while we were there. I don't think it opens until May. I'm not sure when they then shut it for the winter, but it wasn't open while we were there. It looked really good. I mean, it needs a good clean. I think in the summer it would be lovely, but yeah, it was closed. We did go into the shop. The shop was great. Lots of, camping things or food or little bits you might need, toys, ice creams, etc. We didn't go into the bar or have any food, and we didn't go to the nighttime entertainment either, just because our children are younger. They're 4 and 6. They're in bed by 7 o'clock after we've had a busy day, so we didn't go and check any of that out. Whereas when they're a bit older, we might do. But it was all really good. Everything was clean and tidy. The staff were friendly. And to be honest, we only seen the warden when we arrived, and then they came to put the cone out, and that was it. So this is back up to the reception. The exit's on the left. That's the entrance there where we came in. I hope this is of use to you. Thank you for watching.